Saturday the 22nd of June. I'm just going to give you a quick tour of my garden. My mint's not done really well this year, not as good as what it did last year. The rosemary that I took from over there, and I just literally ripped it out and put it in a big pot, has come back. Proves how hardy that rosemary is. Again, a bit more mint. And some cosmos flowers off one of the gentlemen on the allotment. Here's my herb garden. The curly parsley is doing really well. Looking lovely and green. I've got some dill. This is flying up, it's just started to seed. It's quite windy. This one, I was tying it up this morning and I bloody snapped it. Gutted, because it would be as tall as that one, but it's not. These are the cabbages, third attempt. They are Nero de Toscana, and some little red summer cabbages. Parsley, stacks of parsley. It's doing really well. Lovage. Tried some of this the other day. It's very unusual. It's got a celery type taste to it. Musty, I think is the word. Well, it's doing okay. My coriander is bolted. Look at the size of it. So that's going to come out. Fennel start to shoot up. And that one as well. Look at these flowers on this sage. I didn't realise sage flowered like this. Really nice. And it's attracting loads of bees, which is a good thing, I suppose. But we use the sage quite a lot. The chives has been cut right back. They flowered, and I don't know if people who've got chives, when you eat the chive stems when they've got flowers on, they're quite woody, so it's not great. Thyme is flowering. I'm going to cut that right back, and I'll dry that thyme and use that over the winter. Oregano, looking good, and that should flower soon. My rocket has started to bolt. It's kicking loads and loads of flowers out. So what I've done, I've pulled all the flowers off, because last year my experience with this was that you went really bitter, very, very peppery, although rocket is meant to be peppery. So I've planted some more, and then when that starts growing, I mean I'm still using that, but you know, I planted too much, clearly. Whitleaf Zoom chicory. This needs thinning out a bit, I think. It's okay, it's been battered a bit by the wind. Again, I harvest them in November, cut the tops off, and then I am going to force it during the winter. Look at them flowers on the sage, that's gorgeous. Okay, gooseberries. These are the red ones, they've just started blushing a little bit, you can see that. These are the green ones, like yellow, we call them. Try and get any in all. This fence here is great because the birds can't get at them. There's just absolutely tons and tons and tons of them. So I'm doing really well with them. My blackberries, the Rubens. I started digging this log out, this tree trunk. See it all there. And it's taken a bit of time to do, to be honest, because I've got to do it with an axe. But we'll get there. Lettuce bed, little gems, Lettuce, La Rosso. These are the transplants from them. But you can see they're a bit smaller, which is always the case. This netting thing I've put on, this has worked because it's kept the pigeons off. I think they're just frightened of going on it because they think they're going to get trapped. But that Lettuce is gorgeous, that needs thinning out. Strawberries, thousands upon thousands of strawberries, absolutely laden. So we're just waiting for them to get a bit of colour, and then we can obviously start eating them. Absolutely stacked them. Put the straw down to stop the strawberries rotting when they end up hitting the floor, because they get that heavy. And the greenhouse. beefsteak. 2 beefsteak tomatoes. Gardener's Delight. Sorry, just shut the door behind me, they're losing my concentration. Sorry, yeah, Gardener's Delight herbinger. I've been spraying them with Epsom salts. Seems to be working. Quite green. They're very tall. Looking very good. Plenty of flowers on them. Alicante. Again herbinger. But obviously the start of the day of the show always is and always is going to be sun gold, because they just absolutely fly up. I need to remove some of these bottom leaves just to get some air circulating in here. But if I can just show you, if I can get in there. Oh god, fingers everywhere here. Hang on. There you go. I've got fruit starting to set. A few little ones. Here's a good one. Here's a good one to show you. That's it. So yeah, so I'll probably start feeding them with some tomato feed pretty soon. But they're looking good, the colour's good. I'm really happy with the tomatoes, very very happy. And some of the leaves are a little bit yellow, but they're looking okay. And to be honest with you, we can deal with that. I think once I start feeding them, because obviously they're in the bags and in the pots, you know, the roots are running on the bottom. I've been inside having a quick feel, and you can feel the roots running underneath, so they don't need feeding just yet. And I think once that first truss starts to set properly and starts to show a bit of colour, then I'll start feeding them tomato feed and a little bit of Gromo fertiliser. Okay, so that's where I am. Very happy with the tomatoes, as you can tell. Oh, we need a bit of weather. I think we're going to have a washout summer again by the look of things, as bad as what it was last year. But hey, we keep trying. Okay, speak to you soon.